Alright, welcome to what we learn in picks and bans. Game 3, Cloud9 versus Team Impulse. So we got Tip's team, Cloud9's picking the last guy. They actually banned the Soraka, which is pretty good because I looked it up while in this last match, because my analysis last time I thought it was going to be a lot closer, but it turns out that Soraka's heal, in terms of just raw healing, is 5 times more effective than Lulu's shield, or not her ult, just her shield, and like a Janna shield, because it has a 2-second cooldown versus a 10-second cooldown and heals for exactly the same amount as the shield does. So that's kind of ridiculous, and that means in like 4-5 seconds you can heal for 1,000 HP. If you, yeah, so that's really good. But let's get into this. Damage versus effective HP. We got Sivir, Eve, Orianna, coming from Team Impulse. Cloud9, they can block some of the damage with Morgana shields, but they don't really have any other shields. So that could be alright. Sivir can't really. No one's really high in damage on their team. Sivir isn't that great. Orianna's on like the lower end of the best carries, and Eve, I mean, she's a jungler that's not really known for her strength necessarily and damage, although she can do damage. So Rumble, Vayne, Morgana, who was the last one? Crap. Yasuo. Wow, okay. So that's enough damage. Yasuo, Vayne, both kind of hyper carriers. Rumble, a lot of damage early. So, you know, C9's coming out with a little bit of an advantage here in effective HP. The heal from Alistar, I believe, is nowhere near as effective as the heal from Soraka, so that's not that big of a deal. Pressure versus engage. Tip has more pressure, but not by much. No, they really don't. Orianna, Ball can go farther. They have engage with the Eve Shen, so that's good. Where Alistar just going in with the ball versus the. So they can fight off any pressure. That can Morgana bindings, Gragas, Rumble, Vayne, Yasuo. Do they have any knockups? I wonder if Vayne's knockback. I think Vayne's knockback can get Yasuo, but the Gragas into a Yasuo ult, that's good engage. So this is kind of neutral. Both teams sort of have an engage or to beat out the pressure, and the pressure isn't that much of an advantage, but a little bit towards Tip's side. Maybe I can, put that there, lowercase, where it's very slight, just because Orianna Ball. She can put it out to 800 and create a zoning field. Carry versus control. Shen, Eve, Alistar. They can control Yasuo very easily. Alistar can just headbutt him back. Rumble, Vayne can be controlled. Rumble sort of can be controlled, but it's not super reliable. But Shen's stun, Eve slow. She's not really one that you want to control. But Alistar definitely has a lot of control, so it's a little bit of an advantage. But they really can't, and I don't think Cloud9 can control Sivir, Orianna, and Eve. Gragas has a knockback. Vayne has knockback though. Yasuo has some CC. Rumble doesn't really have anything, just a slow. Morgana is binding plus ultimate. No one's gonna really be diving them, so it's not that effective. I want to give it more to Tip, but they don't really have enough for all 3 of them. So we're saying I'm gonna go with there's no real carry control. Maybe again like lowercase Tip. Poke versus sustain. Who is poke? No one has poke. Sivir poke, Orianna poke. I guess you can call Orianna poke because it's longer range than anything else. There's sustain. It's alright. Jeez. Alright. I don't. Like, everything's like a little bit to Tip, but we're not even gonna put it in there for poke because that doesn't matter. Pick versus disengage. Morgana is really good. You got Alistar disengage. Sivir you can count as disengaged. Impact on Shen you can't really count towards it because that's like an engage if he turns back into the fight. Jeez. Um, I'm gonna neutral this out kinda because Alistar should be able to disengage them. Same with Sivir or Orianna creating like a ball field for the binding that gets hit. So burst versus healing. This one's gonna be interesting. So we have Alistar Orianna shield versus and Shen. Ooh, okay, that's huge. Versus Morgana shielding. Yeah. So they can fight the burst on tip a little bit better than C9 can. And C9 can really only fight Gates burst, which I mean Gates burst isn't even that strong. And same with Rush. Apollo's gonna be like the biggest threat. So it's like they kinda can, so this is just a little bit towards tip. A little bit towards tip. Split push, going to give to the Shen, and you don't really know where the Eve is. So that's kind of big towards tip. This is another hard game if you're looking at this. So Cloud9 has the damage effective HP advantage. And that's usually weighted really highly, like really heavy. And nobody really has an advantage anywhere else across the board, except for split push. And tip, like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna get this wrong. I think the damage versus effective HP of Cloud9 should be able to win this. I really don't like that. I thought Cloud9 was going to lose this. The split push, maybe, but it's just a Shen. And you never know when the engage comes in from the Eve. If the vision control is bad, it could like. I want to say Cloud9, very small. Very, very small chance. Very small chance for Cloud9. Tip looks so this match. Tip looks like they have advantages, a little bit higher advantages everywhere, except for the fact that Cloud9 can probably kill them faster than they can kill Cloud9. So we're going Cloud9.